I'm not African. I love my Africans. Salute. They don't fuck with us like that. They say we Yankees. Yo, y'all niggas ain't no motherfucking Africans. I'm just telling you how it go. Why when we go to the Olympics, you know, Floyd pointed, why when we go to the Olympics and a black man go to the Olympics, they be like, the American.
So why is the African there already? It's in the name already. African American.
No, they don't say that at the Olympics. They say American. They don't say African American because it's Africans there at the Olympics. So they don't confuse it and say African American. They just say American. That's what I'm saying. If we African American, why we don't use that at the Olympics?
What's wrong with being African?
Ain't nothing wrong with being African. It's just that I'm not African. I was born in America.
So your bloodline, are you black?
Yeah, I'm black.
Black what? You just black.
I'm a black man, nigga. Black what? Black man, nigga. What are you talking about? Yeah, I'm black. It's black niggas all over the world. Do that mean they African? It's black niggas and it's black Cubans. It's black niggas everywhere. That don't mean that they African because you black. Black don't mean African.
No, I didn't mean to say that, but we're from Africa, bro. It's the heart of a black man. That's where we from. That's the land of the black man.
I'm not African. If you want to be African, that's on you.
All right,
and shout out to my Africans. I'm not African. My mother from Atlantic City. I don't know what else to tell you, bro. I don't get it. And every black person is not from down south neither. Like, so how does this migration go? How's it go? You go from Africa, then from Africa you got to be from down south because you black?
Well, most of our heritage is from there.
You try to fight my mother one day and tell her that we all from down south, and my mother told this nigga, I'm not from down south, nigga. I'm from Atlantic City. You trying to force niggas to be from down south. I'm not from down south, bro. Neither is my family. You can't force us to be from down south or from Africa. Everybody that I'm naming, my nigga, but I don't get it. Why? You still ain't answer the question before we move on. Why in the Olympics they don't say African American when you're fighting in the Olympics if you're black?
Being political. I think it's political.
It's political.
Yeah,
it's going to be confusing. African American fight Ghana. Like, yo, it's real African shit going on at the Olympics. It's real shit.
You wouldn't know. That ain't that on job applications? African American. You wouldn't know about a job application, would you?
You do that in school. Because we're all in America. If you're talking about the world, then you're not African if you're talking about the world. I'm talking about America. Yeah, if you fill the job application or in school when you're doing your shit in school, that's what I remember from school. You still not African American or whatever. Cause they, you know why? Because they just don't want to write black. They could write black. It ain't no option for black up there. They got white, Spanish, African American. They could just say black, but that's not an option. If it was there, I would circle black.
I'm not gonna get through to you, man. You know, once you believe something, it's hard for you to take on another thought.
It ain't
That's
about.
just the way you are.
It's okay. It's not really an argument of trying to make me believe. It's just my opinion or how I look at things versus how you look at things. You don't look African at all.
But I got African bloodline in me.
And you look like you got white people bloodline in you too. You could be white.
Hey,
you could be Spanish. I could be Spanish.
Yeah, I was about to say you too.
Okay, so what's all this African shit?
You're not dark skinned, my nigga. You be sitting up there judging people like
not as light as you, bro.
All right.
That's what I'm saying.
You're not dark skinned though.
Who sounds dark skinned? I just sound as light as you.
Well, I'm just telling you.
Look, this all started because I didn't want to get my shoes up in Jamaica. One nigga asked me for my shoes. What's good, man? What's the word?
What's wrong with being African?
Ain't nothing wrong with being African. It's just that I'm not African. I was born in America.
So your bloodline, are you black?
Yeah, I'm black.
Black what? You just black.
Black, I'm a black man, nigga. Black what? Black man, nigga. What are you talking about? Yeah, I'm black. It's black niggas all over the world. Do that mean they African? It's black niggas and it's black Cubans. It's black niggas everywhere. That don't mean that they African because you black. Black don't mean African.
No, I didn't mean to say that, but we're from Africa, bro. It's the heart of a black man. That's where we from. It's the land of the black man.
I'm not African. If you want to be African, that's on you.
I think the conversation about title and identity is starting to spread. I think more and more people are starting to kind of discuss this topic. But what I really want to know is, do you guys think that by us having been called African American, is that's the reason why a lot of people still see us as immigrants? Like they still kind of view us in like that immigrant class as if we're not really from here, we don't really belong here because you're attaching a continent to the American identity as it pertains to us. So in a way, it kind of does put, for people who are not familiar with who we are or our history in the country, may be confusing, and it may make them think that we're in the same immigrant boat as everybody else, and hence the reason why people are coming at us like, you guys are next up to be deported. You guys can be deported too. You guys don't belong here too. Like stupid shit like that. And also, do you think that the title should be legally changed? Should there be a legal title for only the descendants of the freedmen? Hence, I might as well go ahead and bring up the petition that is still up on my bio. The link is in my bio to change our name legally, basically solidifying us as a separate and protected class. So the full petition is still up. We do still need more signatures. So click the link in my bio to sign. I think it only takes a couple of seconds. We're not requiring any donations or anything like that at this point. It's just about signatures. So if you're foundationally Black American, just go ahead and check it out. You can read through the petition, and if it resonates with you or if you have an issue with it, you can DM me and let me know if you think something should be changed. I didn't write the petition, but I do agree with the way that it's written, and still open to suggestions. So yeah.
So, what's wrong with being American? What's wrong with being American? I know you've seen that back and forth with Cameron where that dude's asking what's wrong with being African, and he said there's nothing wrong with being African. I'm just not African. I wasn't born there. I don't speak any languages from there. My parents aren't from there, or my grandparents are not from there. But the dude just keeps on pushing at it, bro. He keeps on pushing at it, talking about the black man's heart is in Africa and his homeland and all this sentimental bullshit. Like, bro, knock it the fuck off, bro. It's starting to look like a damn psyop, bro. It's starting to look crazy as hell, bro. Those countries over there are brand fucking new. Those countries, Nigeria, Ghana, these West African countries, the various 54 countries in Africa are literally like barely hitting 70 years old. Our grandparents are older than these countries, and you want us to identify with these countries, but not with the 250-year-old country that was actually built off the backs of American slaves and built off the backs of our ancestors, where our ancestors' bones are buried nor identified with the continent. That's a crock of shit that doesn't make any fucking sense. And the dude could not even articulate. He's just smiling like, well, you can't change nobody's mind and all this stuff. And sometimes they don't know no better. Man, knock that shit the fuck off, because you don't even know how to articulate yourself. And you don't even know what you're saying. Cameron said that he wasn't African. Just accept that shit. And this is something that a lot of Black Americans are trying to explain to people. Like, bro, most of our roots and lineage is buried in American soil. And y'all cannot accept it. And I always say this: if you build a country, that is where you're from. If you build a country, you're from that country. So we're supposed to be the only group of melanated people who builds a country, and we're not supposed to identify with it. But you can build a 60-year-old country that's brand new. You know what I'm saying? A country that, was not even out of colonial rule while our ancestors were fighting civil rights. That don't make any fucking sense, Joe. That does not make any damn sense at all.
I honestly do not know why it's actually a thing of debate that Black Americans must identify as African America. Why is Black Americans saying they are not African American? Why is Black America not identifying? It's so annoying that some of these podcasts just said podcast just because they just want to bring a Black American person and then try to hear what that particular person will say. Can you be in Nigeria and then decide to identify as a Cameroonian? Can you come from Ghana and then decide to identify as a Nigerian? So I don't know why a lot of people think that every single person that came, every single person that were enslaved, once they say they are Black American, it simply means they are tied to African and they have African roots. But anyways, welcome to the channel. My name is Sonia. Subscribe, like, comment, and share credits to the original creators of every single clips and stitches we have in our today's episode. And I want to say a very big thank you to every single one of you. Liking, commenting, sharing, dropping super thanks. Also join my membership. I do not take you guys for granted. You guys are absolutely the best. With that being said, let's dive right into this video. I'll be back with commentaries. Let's go watch, guys.
I'm not African.
Fucking hell. Let me just look. I don't normally do posts like this, but I've seen a video going around about them asking the rapper Cameron what he thinks of Africans or whether he's African. And what came out of his mouth is fuckery. First and foremost, he said African smells funny and his thing. And then he was also asked, do you consider yourself or any of your lineage began in Africa?
African. All right, you know what? Let's do it. Let's do it. Sin went to Africa, told me people stink.
He said he's not African, but he's an American. How stupid is that? Look, where do you think all black people originate from? Like, it's crazy. I think the system that the West, or where we live in, like Europe and America, they made it in a way that association yourself to Africa is such a bad thing.
Few moments later.
What's wrong with being African?
Ain't nothing wrong with being African. It's just that I'm not African. I was born in America.
Are you black?
Yeah, I'm black.
You just black.
I'm a black man. Talk to my Africans. I'm not African. My mother from Atlantic City.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Once they go to Africa once, they will forever be like, oh no, this is where I belong. You find them trying to move there. I'm like, it's crazy. Black people need to fix up. First and foremost, we're all African, whether you like it or not.
This shit was funky.
For Cameron to say this, being from New York of all places where there's rats, for someone to say this about Africa when they're from a place where there's so many rats is insane, bro. As if people can't pick certain places in America to say the people are dirty or they stink because of that certain demographic. I don't know if it's just me, but these FBA Americans, it's almost like they're trying to out racist YT people, or I guess you can say in this situation, out prejudice. It's crazy, bro. It's almost as if they think the more hateful they are towards Africans, the more American it makes them. Proximity to whiteness. And I always said this, bro. When people have a bully that they can't, defeat, an oppressor they can't defeat, they look for the closest person next to them to take out their frustration and to feel like they have something over because they can't really face their real oppressors. I'm not even here to talk about him saying he's not African. I don't even have a problem with that. But it's like, okay, even if you're not African, can you not have at least some care in the way you talk about African people? Like, that's just reckless just to talk like that about African people, bro.
Africans sure got a lot to say about American blacks. Bet. Africans don't dislike black Americans because we lost our culture. It's because deep down, y'all jealous. Y'all jealous that we the cultural engine. We created the music, the fashion, the slang that influences the whole world, buddy. Y'all really hate it didn't come from y'all, huh? Y'all bought the lie that we was just descendants of slaves, knowing it wasn't true. Cause real talk, our people was already here, bucko. You not looking down on your long-lost brothers and sisters. Y'all looking at a stranger. And that's why our energy don't match. And being all the way real, y'all mad y'all ancestors wasn't taken. You mad y'all still living on dirt roads and battling colonial systems. While the ones you think are lost became the blueprint for the black global culture. Y'all could dress like us, talk like us, rap like us, but never forget where the sauce came from. And if we was just slaves, why y'all trying to be us? Y'all say we don't know our tribes, but y'all don't know y'all power. American blacks been through hell and we still came out leaders. We could talk lineage, but make sure you put some respect on that shit. American blacks don't need to prove our origin. Next time you start hating, make sure you check your reflection, partner, cause y'all dressing just like the same people you trying to look down on. That ain't hate, that's jealousy. Go on and own that, rub it in your chest.
Fam, no lie. I think I'm starting to despise the people that say that they not from Africa, the black people that say they're not from Africa. I say I'm not African American, I'm just American. I was born in America. We are the only ethnic group that doesn't know, doesn't care where we from, and doesn't take pride in being from somewhere else, as well as being American. If you met or grew up with white people, they know where they came here from, where their grandparents from, and they take pride in that, as well as being American. We're the only group that like don't want to find out and completely write it off and say that we're just American, which I believe was the plan of the slave owners in the first place, was to take us from our homeland, make us forget, and make us hate ourselves. There's no better indication that it worked than a nigga getting online and saying, I'm not from Africa, I'm not African American, I'm just American, because I was just born over here. Bro, that's exactly what the fuck they wanted. That's pissing me off. Just say you don't want to know. You don't know and you don't want to know. Don't completely write it off and say we don't look like them, we don't whatever like them. Bro, we are them. That's the only proof we got. And we were here first. We are the real Native Americans. Where's the proof? And show me a Native American that believe your story. Most of those Oneidas, Menominees, Potawatomis I know, they don't believe that shit. My grandma told me I was a Cherokee. Say that to an Oneida. They're gonna think that's funny. That's a joke, bro. So why don't we just don't say we don't want to know? Instead of putting online that we hate ourselves and we hate each other. That's what's going on with black people, bro. And it's just so fucked up. We like the only ethnic group that's not connected to a culture or a place, and we don't care to be. We just think that being a color and subscribing to that and being from here is the be-all, end-all. But being a color and subscribing to that we're from here is accepting the fact that our lineage begins with us in bondage. Why is that enough for y'all? It's not enough for me. I want to know more, if I can know more. Like, my lineage wasn't just shining shit and coming from building a country for nothing and being a slave. Like, I don't get it. We gotta do better, please. This shit's starting to piss me off, low-key.
I'm not African. You black man, nigga. Shout out to my Africans. I'm not African.
As a foundational black American, one of my biggest critiques of the delineation movement is the overzealous attacks that many outspoken foundational black Americans have issued against Africans and other folks from the diaspora. They like to paint all foundational black Americans as divisive, and I think that's a big issue that deserves criticism as well. That said, as a foundational black American who at the age of 24 quit my job and moved to Mozambique, one of the poorest countries in all of Africa, I know for a fact that many Africans and folks from the diaspora have a lot of love and admiration for those of the FBA lineage. Therefore, I think we do ourselves a disservice by overly attacking them, calling them funky and all types of other derogatory names. I myself often use the term tether because those are the specific immigrants who moved to America with the intentions of undermining us. But I show love to the Africans who remain in Africa, who try their best to build up their own countries. Shout out to Abraham Traore, for example. I've even got love for the immigrants who come to this country with the intentions of supporting foundational black Americans. I'm looking at you, Louis Farrakhan. Tether is not a slander against all immigrants. Similarly, I would not paint all Africans from any particular country as funky or less than, despite the fact that they as a group are facing many more difficult struggles than foundational black Americans are in our homeland. I believe we should support those who want unity between the foundational black Americans and black folks from all over the globe, as long as that unity doesn't come at the expense of our lineage in particular. I appreciate Tariq Nasheed for making the term foundational black Americans, but that's not something you can choose to be. Either you descended from the American slaves who built this country for free, or you didn't. It's really that simple. But for that same reason, I have to say that Tariq Nasheed is not my leader, despite the fact that I self-proclaim to be a foundational Black American, which was a term that he largely coined. The reason I say Tariq Nasheed is not my leader, because he spends way too much time entertaining these tethers on his platform. By giving these tethers a platform to embarrass themselves and spread obvious lies, he does strengthen the delineation movement by making it so obviously necessary. But the cost of that entertainment is all the stray bullets that Africans and Black folks from the diaspora get hit with, despite the fact that many of them have no issue with foundational Black Americans or our delineation. Moral of the story, you can be a foundational Black American and a pan-Africanist at the same time. I'm a testament to that. Foundational Black American, as has been said before, is a lineage. It's not an organization. It's not an ideology. But if you descended from American slaves and you cannot be deported because you're still here in your homeland, there's nothing stopping you from supporting those who want to do the work in their homeland as well. This delineation movement is new and growing, but I guarantee the balance will one day be met between these different terms, ideologies, and peoples. For he who has an ear to hear, let him hear.
So we are not related to Africa because we are Black American? How the heck all of these guys that come over here for the FIFA World Cup soccer competition look so much like us? I be looking at them and I'm like, damn, that one look like my cousin. That one look like my nephew. That one look like my brother. What the? That one even look like my son. I be looking at them, I'm like, you know what? Don't tell me no BS no more. We are all related. Damn! We look so much alike. I want to see their sisters. Because somewhere in there, I know one of them sisters look just like me. Damn! I'm like, what? We're related. We're related. I want DNA tests. I need DNA tests because I know we're related. I saw my cousin coming from Congo, coming from over there to be in the World Cup, the FIFA World Cup soccer competition. I swear one of them dudes look just like my cousin. And I'm like, how? I want DNA tests. I want DNA tests from every one of them before they go back home to Congo. I want DNA tests because there's no way people can look so much alike. I was like, damn, they look so much like me. I want to see their sisters and their females. Because I swear to God, we related. That was scary. I was like,
real quick, y'all see Cameron, right? Cameron said he don't consider himself African American. He gonna call himself Black American because Africans don't F with us anyway. I'm pretty sure he's seen the Israelites telling Black people we ain't been African. And I like that he said they don't F with us anyway, because as much African as we try to be, they don't try to incorporate us into being African. Everybody need to wake up. If you Black in America, we the lost 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. We are not African.
morning, y'all. I'm still in bed. I just woke up and I seen this article where Cameron was talking about he doesn't consider himself African American. He consider himself Black American. African, Black, we're all the same. If you're Black, you're African, our skin colors are all the same. So whether you want to be called Black, whether you want to be called Africans, at the end of the day, we're still the same. Our ancestors originated from Africa. That's why it is called African American. A lot of Black Americans don't understand that concept. A lot of Black Americans don't understand that. And that's where the fight is. We're all the same. It's not like Africans don't like Black Americans, and I don't believe Black Americans don't like Africans.
It's just that because of back in the day slavery that they put us together until we all come together and finally realize that we're all the same, this topic will forever be a thing. And when I say us, I'm talking mainly about Americans, because I remember going to school. Granted, it didn't happen to me, but it was a lot of Africans in my school as well. I'm African. I was born in Africa. A lot of the black kids used to call, you know, us Africans, African booty scratcher. Y'all used to talk about our food. Y'all used to talk about Africa as if Africans just walk with the lions and the tigers. Like, that was like the dumbest thing ever, but okay. Like, oh, you used to walk with the lions and the tigers. Like, that's even a thing. Like, where in the world do you see anybody walking with lions and tigers? But anyway, that's another topic. It's just the ignorance. It's the ignorance that makes us Africans think like, oh my God, because y'all really don't know who you are as Black Americans. And I'm not saying all. Most Black Americans have gotten to realize who they are and know who they are. We know who we are as a person. We as a people. We know who we are. We were born in Africa. That's where a lot of us are originated from. That's where our ancestors are from. So until Black Americans realize that we're all Africans, granted you were born in America, it's a lot of people, it's a lot of Black people born in London, it's a lot of Black people born in all different types of the country, but you don't hear them say, oh, well, I'm not African, whatever, I'm Black this. No, we're all Africans. We're all originated from Africa as Black people. And until you guys realize that, same thing now. Talked about our food. Now all of a sudden everybody want to try fufu and stuff. All of a sudden everybody want to try jollof rice. All of a sudden everybody want to try our food. Everybody want to get into our music. Do features with our African artists. Because for one, our beats are sick as fuck. They really are. Everybody want to travel to Africa now. Everybody want to see like what Africa is made of. And actually Africa, most African countries has one of the richest places in the world. I'm gonna say it again. Most African countries has one of the richest places in the world. Because you guys don't know no better, because you guys were not taught that in history classes, so you guys really don't know much about Africa and where we all originated from, which is not, you know, that has nothing to do with you guys. It's mainly the education, the school system, which of course, you know, as Americans, of course, they're not going to teach you guys where you guys come from. That's up to you when you get older to find out and make your decision. Again, I just wanted to say, it's not that we don't like y'all. We love everybody. It's just that you guys don't know who you guys are, and you guys don't want to be compared to us because you guys feel like, oh, Africans, they stink. Africans, oh my God, I don't want to be Africans. But your ancestors originated from Africa. We're all from Africa. If you guys, if that's the case, why you guys want to go to Africa and tour in Africa and do features in Africa and do this and do that in Africa? If we don't like y'all or if we don't mess with y'all, it's not that. It's just, again, it's just the ignorance of most Black Americans. Until you guys realize where you guys come from, this will forever be a thing. Until we all come together. We all need to come together as Black people. You don't hear a lot of white people saying, oh, I'm not white. You don't hear Puerto Ricans say, oh, I'm not Puerto Rican. You don't hear Mexicans say, oh, I'm not Mexican. Like, why is that a thing for us? Why do we want to separate each other even more? I just don't understand it. And as an African, I just wanted to come here and say, Cameron, you're part of the problem. You need to do a little bit more research and ask yourself these questions before you go out there and say, oh, well, Africans don't mess with us, and so I'm considering myself Black American. Kudos to you. But again, you're part of the problem. Real Remy Podcast. Make sure you guys watch my show, Real Remy Podcast, on YouTube. Love you guys. Bye.
Cameron said he identifies as Black, not African American. He said Africans don't even F with us.
I think there's some truth into some of the things that he's saying about those that are in Africa really not liking us, making jokes about us being Yanks. It doesn't really mean much when you think about it.
If I got to go way over there, For somebody to have an opinion of what I am, yeah, I'm good, Ocho. We all originated from Africa.
Right.
So they said African Americans because that's where you came from. So basically what Cam is saying, like, look, bro, we born here. So we should be Black Americans. White people, they don't say European American.
Right.
They say Caucasian.
Anyways, welcome back, guys, and thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys literally enjoyed every single clip I was able to roll out for you guys. And one of the questions I keep asking myself even up to date is, why is it a problem when Black Americans are saying they are not Africa, they are Black Americans? Why is there a need for you to put words in their mouth? Why is there a need for you to ask questions? Why are you not Black? Why are you saying you are not Black American? Why aren't you Black? Why do you not want to be identify with Africa? Like it's quite frustrating at some point seeing that Black Americans want to express themselves, but you people are not allowing them to express themselves. I just want to ask a very simple question: what has Africans really done for Black Americans to identify themselves, or for it to be a must for every single Black American to identify as African America? What have they done? I have not seen. I've not seen. Maybe you can just recommend me to a video, or maybe you can just recommend me to a history. I understand that we have some little ties. Some persons were shipped out from Africa, but slavery did not just came from Africa directly only to America. There were people already thriving in America. There were people already surviving in America. There were people that were already doing well in America even before slavery happened. So it simply means that every single person cannot identify as African American. If your DNA is automatically telling you that, oh, you are African America, it's fine. But for those ones that said they don't want to be identified with that, they want to be known, they want to be tagged, they want to be seen, they want to be heard as Black Americans. I don't know why that is actually a debate. And this is not the first time this debate is starting. You can even see some going to the point of saying, oh, Black Americans do not want to identify with African Americans. Sorry, guys, my baby is crying. My husband is taking care of my baby. Dear, she's crying, okay? So you have some people saying, oh, we don't want to identify. I'm sorry, guys, I'll come back. So guys, I honestly do not know why it is that very important for Black Americans to identify for every single one of them. I understand if any Black Americans actually want to identify as, okay, I am Black American, I am African American, it's fine. But for those ones that say we don't want to identify, don't stress us with anything relating to this, I don't know why a lot of people are still seeing it like it is actually a very big and a very difficult issue. And they'll go on podcasts asking them questions like, why is it that you don't want to identify as African America? Well, don't you know that you are rooted with Africans? I don't know. Why do you people think that every single Black American is definitely from Africa? Every single person that was enslaved is definitely from Africa. I don't know where all of that is coming from. So what happened to the indigenous people? What happened to the people that were thriving, building, inventing in America, even before Christopher Columbus and every single thing that literally took place in America? So can you just let people just practice what they want to practice? Let people be called whatsoever they want to be called without you asking them silly questions like, why are Black Americans always acting as if they are on top of the world? They are the blueprint. You should know already. You should know already, okay? Anyways, let me know what you think in the comment section. Credit to the original creators of every single clips and stitches we have in our today's episode. I want to say a very big thank you to every single one of you. Liking, commenting, sharing, dropping super thanks. Also join my membership. I do not take you guys for granted. You guys are absolutely the best. And yes, with that being said, with no further ado, like I always say in my videos, I'm going to be seeing you, and I'll see you guys in my next one. For now, bye guys. I love you guys. Mwah.